Today I'm in McLaren Vale, my first day in McLaren Vale, and at Paxton Wines with Daniel Lorenzik, who is the chief viticulturist at Paxton. And Paxton are working biodynamically. I think this is the first certified year of biodynamics. And Daniel's just been talking me a little bit through all the different biodynamic preparations here at Paxton. So I thought I'd ask him to just lead you through them. So starting, I think, with the herbs, which is where it all starts. So I'll just scan the herb garden there.
Sarah, this is an area where we make our biodynamic preparations. So we planted the herb garden about 2 years ago. We have the dandelion, valerian, yarrow, chamomile, and nettle. They're the 5 out of the 6 herbs used in the compost preparations. The oak bark we got from a local casuarina tree just up the hill here.
So all local?
All local, yeah. And then about this autumn we put down the BD preparations. So we've got in that mound there we've got nettle in clay pots.
Okay.
This one here we have yarrow in a stag's bladder. That yarrow was hanging in the birch tree over summer.
Okay, looking at the birch tree there.
Bladders, and you can see the vineyard in the background.
Yeah.
In this mound here we have chamomile stuffed in the cow's intestine. And there's one beyond the birch trees which is dandelion in a cow's mesentery. So they're 4 of the 6. Then we've got the oak bark in a cow's skull in the wine barrel, and that just gets a flow of water as the rain goes through, just to sort of reticulate that water a little bit. We've laid down cow pat pits, which produce a really nice compost product. I don't know if you want to have a quick look inside. They're only about 4 weeks old, but it's sort of ticking over. The worms and bugs have put lots of air holes in there.
Yeah, you can see all
the fungus are growing.
It's a really good close up. Try not to drop the video in the
camera.
That would be bad.
And just at the end of the cow pat pits, we've put probably around about 100 cow horns to make BD 500.
And tell me, in perhaps arguably in Australia in particular, because of all the issues around water, working the soil with these kind of preparations incredibly important to retain moisture in the soil and just keep those very ancient soils as healthy as possible to feed the vines.
Yeah, that's right. It's about a healthy soil, humus in your soil. Humus can retain huge amounts of water. These, like BD 500 and cow pat pit, is extremely rich in humus, and using the compost preparations when making compost and then applying that on your farm, again, it's a balanced compost, rich in humus. It produces a healthy soil, which then gives you good water retention and nutrient retention. The nutrients are in a form that are stable in the soil, and the plant can utilise those nutrients when it requires it. That's the difference between that conventional system. Conventional system is salts which are leached. The plant just takes them up when it's forced to take them up. This way of growing, the nutrients are stable and the plant accesses them when it needs it.
So it's sort of not being force fed, if you like.
Exactly.
It's just so
It's not a junkie.
Yeah. No junkie vines. And you mentioned that Dave Paxton started all of this several years ago when he was noticing that the soils were a little bit mossy, which you said was a sign that the soils weren't as healthy as they might be. And I think what's really interesting about Paxton is people tend to think that if you're working biodynamically or organically, it's got to be on a really small kind of level. But of course Paxton 90 acres,
90 hectares.
90 hectares, and managing vineyards as well, and that's a pretty big scale. So has that been quite a job of work, introducing biodynamics here?
There was lots of challenges, again for the scale. We have lots of different sites, different soil types, different vines aging from brand new little babies to 110-year-old vines. So it's not just a blanket process. It's about individuality, attention to detail. That is a lot of work, but once you understand your farm and get some systems in place and understand the rhythms of nature, I think, and the way the plants work, it's not as much work as what you might think.
And you show it's absolutely possible with biodynamic certification this year. And it must be exciting for you, Daniel, to see the results coming through in some of the single vineyard wines that Paxton are making, that those vines are really representing their soils, their particular environment well.
So yeah, I think it's just a bit of a small reward for the hard work that everyone puts in, and you know, and especially the guys that are out there and the girls that are out there every day doing it and putting their energy and effort into it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Thank you.